What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. It is recap time for Japan versus Ireland that just took place in what was one hell of an amazing rugby match. Probably one of the best games of the tournament so far. Japan making history, beating Ireland in just an amazing performance. So much heart, so much passion felt from Japan. It was just an amazing second half of rugby. It was intense. Japan getting on the try line and then coming back, fighting back, and then Ireland kicking it out in the last minute to give Japan the victory in what was a special victory. Roy Best said at the end of the game, obviously credit all to Japan for an amazing performance. Ireland started off strong. They looked dominant. At the rate they were scoring at the first few minutes, I thought, okay, we're going to see a bit of a walkover. But then Japan woke up in that last, I'd say, 10, 15 minutes in the first half. And the second half was just totally dominated. I mean, at one stage I was talking in the stream. I mean, Ireland dominated the first 20 minutes. It was like 70 possession and territory. But then Japan just fought back and just took the game away in what was such an what is such a special occasion for Japanese rugby. I mean, the emotions from the crowd, you could see it, the tears, the kids were going berserk. Japan have done it. I mean, a lot of people said, could this be the big upset of the World Cup? Well, ladies and gents, it is. It's a massive upset. It's going to put a little bit of a headache for Ireland. Look, they beat Scotland, so they're still pretty much sitting favourites to be on the top. But Japan and Ireland, there is so much on that game now. Japan and Scotland, there's so much on that game for one of the teams to go through. It could make or break either team. But what a confidence booster for Japan after picking up this victory. The game plan, the defense from Japan was absolutely amazing. The way they just held their own, kept calm, no cards in the game, which is always special to note. But Japan just kept their cool. If we have to look at the obviously the heat definitely got to Ireland. They were tired. They were looking a bit under the weather, but they held their own and they had their moments of greatness. I thought Conor Murray had a solid game. He tried to control and lead from the front, but it just wasn't enough. I think Rory Best had quite a poor game. When he came off, Ireland seemed to wake up a bit, but it just wasn't their game. I mean, when they moved forward, Japan just had comebacks. Stockdale for me was very quiet. Keith Earls, I thought, had a solid game. That intercept that was almost a try, that tackle from Keith Earls was absolutely amazing. So credit to him. I thought he had a solid game. But what a game of rugby. They definitely missed Johnny Sexton. That's a fact. But credit to Japan. Take nothing away from this amazing performance. If we look at the stats, the territory the whole game, 52% to Ireland, 48% to Japan. If we look at possession, 51% to Japan, 49% for Ireland. In the first half, 58% to Japan, 42%. So when Ireland were dominating in those first 20 minutes, then Japan came back and really held their own and played some cracking rugby. If we look at the attack, meters carried, 471 to Japan, 318 to Ireland. Runs, 144 versus 134. Carries made, 71 to Japan, 61 to Ireland. 197 passes versus 153. 197 going to Japan. 20 defenders beaten versus 13. Japan winning that one. 5 clean breaks versus 7 to Ireland. 7 offloads versus 7. 113 rucks won versus 106. Look at the set pieces. Japan solid in the scrums, 6 out of 6. Line out, 6 out of 8 for Japan. Ireland, 9 out of 11. That's not good enough. And then the Ireland losing the 1 scrum. So interesting stuff there. Discipline, 19 penalties conceded to Ireland versus 6 to Japan. Ireland need to work on discipline. Kicks from hand, 22 versus 25 to Ireland. Meters from kicks, 606 versus 542. 606 to Japan. Look at the defense. Tackles, 171 versus 147 for Japan, and then only 20 missed for Ireland. So Japan really dominating the game quite a bit there. 93% for Japan in the defense of the tackling versus 88%. Turnovers 1-3 to Japan, 7 to Ireland. Turnovers 1 in own half, 7 versus 6 to Japan. And turnovers 1 in opposition half, 6-9 to Ireland. So interesting stats there, but up and down. But credit to Japan picking up a victory, 19-12, and they finally, well, they made history, and now South Africa aren't the only laughing stock. Well, not laughing stock, the ones that they talk about. Japan beat South Africa. Now Japan beat Ireland as well. They're coming up in the world, and that's without Eddie Jones. A credit to the coaching staff. Their Kenki Fukuoka getting a try in the 58th minute. And then obviously the penalties, converting the penalties is key. Gary Ringrose getting a try and Rob Kearney also in the 20th minute. So, interesting game. Solid performances from Ireland. Really, really impressed and happy for them. And, from Japan. Really impressed, and I'm over the moon for them. I think it's just great for rugby. Upsets are always cool. I feel for Ireland, but they'll be fine. They should still go through. But jeepers, this is give them a headache going into the later stages of the Rugby World Cup. So congratulations to Japan, picking up an amazing victory. Hard luck, Ireland. Lift your heads up, and we'll see you guys playing solid rugby soon. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.